This is the Twin City News Around Town. A closer look at the people, places, and events around Batesburg-Leesville, Gilbert, and the Ridge. Presented by the Twin City News, Batesburg-Leesville's community journalism since 1925. Now, here's your editor of the Twin City News, Tony Bauman.
Welcome into this edition of Twin City News Around Town. I'm Tony Bauman, and this is our election edition of TCN Around Town. Over the next few days, we're going to be introducing you to candidates in the November 5th edition, general election for town council, folks who are offering to serve you, the folks in our community, on that august body. And this is a working newsroom, by the way, so if you do hear some ambient noise, just understand we're trying to do our work for you. Our first candidate in the studio, TCN Around Town, is Paul Wise. And Paul, thank you, first of all, for being here.
Thank you for the opportunity to come in and speak to the residents here in Batesburg-Leesville.
Well, let's start off by take about up to 2 minutes to introduce yourself to our readers of the Twin City News.
Okay. Well, I'm Paul Wise. I've been here all of my life, and my parents lived here. My grandparents have lived here. My son and daughter live here. My grandchildren live here. So we love this place. It's a great place to live. I'd like to see the town grow a little bit. I'm a former employee with Burlington Industries for 12 years and was really sad to see that plant close up and left such a void in this town back 30 years ago. We were employed about 600 people there. So I looked for employment elsewhere, and I've been there 30 years at Lexington Medical Center as an Assistant Director of Engineering Services. I'd like to see more growth coming in here to Batesburg-Leesville back again and bring something for the youth to do.
Well, that's one of the topics we're going to talk about today. We're going to go through a series of 5 questions. Each one of the candidates is going to have the opportunity to explore these same questions. And so let's start off. One of the most talked about issues of the past year or more has been the hospitality tax, 2 cents on every dollar prepared food and beverages purchased from Batesburg-Leesville merchants. That's money that under state law must be spent on tourism-related projects. Now, Town Council has already allocated its first H-tax dollars, $48,500 for Christmas decorations, $80,000 for entry signs, $5,000 budget item for promoting town events. What do you believe is the best use of the hospitality tax revenue?
I think that the hospitality tax revenue needs to be wisely and strategically spent to bring more tourism into the area, not so much as, well, we want a beautification, we want to bring people in because we want visitors to come in here and spend their money on served food and drink so we can use their H-tax to be able to do the things we need to do and not our own people's. So bringing more tourism in, we need more activities for people to do, for not only to come in for our restaurants, but what are they going to do? What else can they do in Batesburg-Leesville? We want to give them some activities to do while they're here. Not just come to eat. They want to come and do an activity and then maybe partake in one of our family-owned restaurants. So we just got to be wise of what we do. We do want to beautify the place. We want to bring up both business districts to make them more attractive. Well, and
you, an aside, you mentioned that you were employed at Burlington Industries. Yes. One of the things that was just added to the H-tax project list was the revitalization and the reclamation of the Burlington Mills site. Thoughts on that?
Yes, I'm very excited about that. I would love to see something go in that old place because I spent 12 years of my life in my younger age there. Whatever can attract, whether it be, water park or a different kind of park, dog park, or, something that's going to bring people in here. Let's go to Batesburg-Leesville to do X. What can we do to bring people here?
Well, economic opportunity is a hot topic for pretty much everybody, anywhere. And creating or attracting more and better job opportunities, new investment by companies, and out at the industrial park, which has had one tenant for a long time and now has 2 more on the way. What do you believe town council can do, and you as a member of town council, to improve the climate for economic opportunity here in Batesburg-Leesville?
I think should be some sort of incentives to bring growth in here from the industrial and commercial side. I think beautification of the areas would make it more attractive to bring people in, to open up more family-owned restaurants. I'll get into the Batesburg district because it is run down. Everything's moved over toward the Leesville side. I am a Batesburg-Leesville resident, but my focus all my years has been on Batesburg, and I've seen everything go toward the other part of town, and I'd just like to see the Batesburg brought back up and bring some more commercial and industrial, family-owned restaurants, coffee shops, whatever it is that we can bring to bring the Batesburg up.
You know, public safety is always a huge concern for the citizenry of any community. This is a fairly large geographic area. You mentioned the two distinct downtown districts, and of course we have smaller neighborhoods around. Recently, sadly, there was a double murder here in town, and some indication prior to that of some gang activity centered around a series of auto break-ins. What can the town and the town council do to better ensure public safety in and around Batesburg-Leesville?
Well, I know there's been some thought of putting in a location in Leesville. Right now, the Batesburg Police Department is way over on the west side of Batesburg-Leesville, and I know they do their routes, and there's a lot of traffic going back and forth, but we need a better place over on the east side, or either than the central part of Batesburg-Leesville, to have another little police station there for to be able to get out quicker.
And, of course, that was just passed not too long ago, memorandum of agreement between Midlands Technical College and the town to set up a substation in the Midlands Tech campus.
That would be good, because that would give us more opportunity to react quicker in those areas.
You know, one topic that has been on the town's drawing board for more than a decade now is water. Batesburg-Leesville has an aging water system. Mm-hmm. Residential and commercial growth creates a higher demand for water. And the town of Batesburg-Leesville really has to be ready to meet that demand. And right now, the argument is it's not. Not too long ago, Saluda County Water and Sewer opened up a state-of-the-art plant just 12 miles up the road. You have Gilbert Summit Water, Joint Water and Sewer Authority. What do you see as the future of water service in this town?
I think right now the goal is we're trying to use what we have. I think that we have a wastewater treatment plant. We have a water department that is operable. It may not meet the demands of future growth, but I believe that if we can get some grants or instill some money into those facilities and do some upgrades, we could get more water treated and save operational costs compared to having to buy it from somewhere else.
We're getting down to the last couple minutes here. One last thing. Anyone who attends any one of Town Council's monthly meetings is apt at any given time to see a lapse of order. At times, in my opinion, council meetings have derailed because of sidebars and squabbles. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I've attended some of those meetings as well and witnessed what you're talking about. I think that the mayor is doing a great job on trying to control those issues, the sidebars that's going on. It's going to happen in all committees. It does happen, and we just got to work together. We got to be one board, one committee, and work diligently with the mayor to run this town.
All right. Take about a minute for your final thoughts to the voters of Batesburg-Leesville. Right into that camera if you'd like.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'd like the opportunity to be able to serve the District 6. I have plenty of experience in leadership and management skills, and I think that's what the council needs right now. Budget planning and things like that. I got some cheat sheets here, but I'm hoping that District 6 will make the wise choice and vote me in the next election on November the 5th.
Paul Wise, one of the candidates for District 6 in the Batesburg-Leesville Town Council election coming up on Tuesday, November 5th. Paul, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it, and thank you for submitting these questions and being very candid about them.
Thank you.
All right. That's got to do it for this edition of Twin City News Around Town. We've got more candidates coming in. We're getting them scheduled as they consent to come in and talk to us, and we hope that you will watch those right here on Twin City News Digital. I want to thank my producer, Shanez Patchen, who's doing a fantastic job of putting things together for us, and we will see you with the next candidate right here on Twin City News Around Town.
This has been the Twin City News Around Town. If you have a story idea for a future edition, call us at 803-532-6203 or email us at editor@twin-citynews.com. Thank you for listening and reading the Twin City News, Batesburg-Leesville's community journalism since 1925.